5'10", 5'11", and he could dish the ball as good as Raul.
Yeah.
And they had off the bench in waves, like they had 2 full fives. They were all 6'4", 6'6", and fast and long.
Backup, their backup four-man that I guarded was the best player I played all year. Hey man, if you're a little taller, you wouldn't have to climb that ladder so
I know. I'm supposed to hit a growth spurt.
Good afternoon, everybody. George DeBobby here at Maryville College, and I'm here with Chris Sigmund today. Chris, welcome to Maryville College basketball as the Maryville College Scots take on the Johnson University Royals here at Maryville.
Yeah, thanks, George. It's good to be back. I know you and I haven't done a game in a while, so it's always fun to be back and be back here on campus and look to see how our guys rebound today. You know, we've had some adversity here at Maryville College early in the season, so we're unusually battle tested. Just a few games in, I guess, at this point, aren't we?
Yeah, they had a real slow start and then ended up big road trip going down to Greensboro, beating Greensboro, and then going on and beating Methodist. That's the longest road trip we'll have of the year. And you beat two teams, one 7 hours away, 6.5 hours away, and Greensboro 5+ hours. Beat both of those teams on successive days. That's good to see.
Yeah, and those are two tough places to play. You know, I played there in my career back in the early 2000s, and some of our best teams have struggled to be down there. So I hope that's an indicator that this team's starting to kind of get their groove. You know, they've had to battle with some injuries and you know, kind of reset their lineup in a few situations. So hopefully they're starting to kind of understand their roles and settle in. And you know, that road trip we'll be able to look back and say this was a starting point, you know, a catalyst of turning things around this year and making a good run into conference play.
Chris, you have been here quite a while. You know, you played here, came out of Cummings, Georgia. You were an All-American to me, actually. And talk a little bit about.
I was like a fan favorite, you know, one of those sympathetic Rudy type characters. Yeah.
You were a single fan favorite. You talk about things here today. What do you think the differences are between the teams of today and teams of almost 20 years ago?
Yeah, well, you know, one, it's a different game. You know, I always say I couldn't play in today's game near as well as I could have back then. It's you know, it's a much more tightly called game. It's a less physical game. The NCAA, you know, wants more points and a more free-flowing game, which isn't a bad thing, but that was different in my time. You know, there was a lot more wrestling down low and that sort of thing. So it's a much less physical game. I think when you look at our program, when I came in, I had some very strong classes ahead of me. You know, D. Bell and Chris Housewright, who just went into the Wall of Fame. And, you know, in my grade or my class that came in was a very solid class. So there was this culture and this expectation of winning that you just kind of, that's what you kind of did. You know, I just didn't know any better. So, you know, that's where the program's trying to get back to. You know, this team last year had a great year, a lot of success, won the conference title, you know, goes to the national tournament, but they just did it kind of for the first year. So the hardest thing to do is not get on top, it's to stay on top. Right. And that's what they're learning this year. And right now they've got a target, you know, like we talked about with, you know, this is Coach Lambert's last year, you know, so that's in their mind. You know, we have Colton Oaks, one of our better players, battling an injury right now, so he's been out. So we've had a lot of adversity on our side early in the season that's really going to test these guys.
You were one of the last teams. There's, I think, only two teams since I've been here that have gone too deep in the NCAA. You guys, of course, went too deep into it,
Yeah.
losing to McMurray in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We remember that game well. And also, one of the things that you have here today is you have these teams probably 5 miles apart, 10 miles apart geographically, but Johnson University, a non-conference game, they're in the NCCAA. It's the National Collegiate Christian Athletic Association. So that's how well they're doing. How you doing, my friend? And we'll just have to see. They've got a big 6'11" post player in Steven Estacio, 6'11". He only plays about half the game. And then they bring in number 20, Taylor Criswell, and he's wild and woolly, as they say. So we'll see how we can handle the post play. And we didn't handle it well against Covenant, which is a game we lost, but they've done well in the last two games. So how do you throw a smaller team out there against a team that's got some big muscle under the center, and that's what we're going to find out today.
As we honor America with the presentation of our national anthem.
Back, everybody. George DeBobby here, along with Coach. Well, we'll just call you Chris Sigmund instead of Coach.
You can call me Coach. I'm okay with that. You can call me Coach. I'll get you through this today, George.
Thanks a lot. We're talking about Calvin Songster right now, and we'll just let you all listen.
Songster becomes the 33rd player in Maryville College men's basketball history to surpass this heralded benchmark. Today, head coach Randy Lambert will present Calvin with a commemorative basketball in honor of reaching this prestigious milestone. Fans, please help us recognize the newest member of the Maryville College 1,000 Point Club, Calvin Songster.
It's a heck of an accomplishment, George.
Yeah, the 33rd player ever in the history, long history of Maryville College. Go ahead and do the starting lineups if you're ready.
Yeah, we'll start with Johnson University. At the point guard, they're going to start a 6-foot senior, number 10, Cody McLean, averages about 4 assists a game. He's really the floor leader out there. At the other guard, they're going to start number 23, Kobe Jones. He's their highest scorer, averages 21 a game, George. He can really fill it up, and 8 rebounds.
Let me tell you quickly about Kobe Jones. He was going to come here, and they couldn't work out the financial package. He played football, quarterback at Cumberland College, before deciding to concentrate on basketball.
At center, they're going to start number 24 is Steven Estacio. He's the guy you mentioned earlier, 6'11". Doesn't play a lot of minutes, but obviously his size is going to be a factor and something we're going to have to deal with. At another wing, they play number 33, Taylor Gilpin, averages 19 a game. He's their second leading scorer, 5 rebounds. And then at the other forward, they're going to start Kenton Gillian, number 44, more of a rebounder, just kind of a defender banger type player, averages 6 rebounds a game. And about 11 points.
Yeah, a lot of diversity as far as where these people come from. Cali, Columbia, Bloomington, Illinois, Portsmouth, Ohio. Go ahead.
Yeah, for the Scots, we're going to start with number 2, Emmanuel Garcia, 3-point shooter. He's been around a long time in the program. At the point, we're going to start number 11, Josh Brooks, probably our best perimeter defender and really skilled at getting in the lane. At the other wing, we're going to start number 20, Dante Hoppe. Long, rangy wing player, seems to make plays when we need it. At the other wing, we're going to start number 21, Calvin Songster, who we just talked about, can really fill it up. He's the one that gives them energy, George. When he's in attack mode, this team plays well. And then finally, they're going to start number 30, Amir Bowman. Had a little bit of an up and down start at the beginning of the season, played really well on that North Carolina trip, so let's see if that gets him going. Obviously, his athleticism and shot blocking and dunks, that's been well chronicled around here. He's another energy guy.
Yeah, he's 6'3", but he plays like 6'6". I mean, he can jump.
Yeah, so let's see how we come out. When this group is in attack mode, when Cal's driving and shooting
Keyword
you
driving.
know, yeah, you know, when we're in attack mode and we're not just settling for these deep shots and kind of standing around waiting for somebody to make a play, that's when we're, you know, at an advantage. You know, you look out here at these lineups, Johnson's got a pretty big size advantage, and that can go one of two ways. You know, yeah, we got to guard the big guy down low and some of their post players. He's got to guard one of ours, you know, so – you know, let's see if our quickness and our shooting ability can be a factor in this game early.
That's the key, to run up and down the court and see if we can get to the basket before their 6'11" guy gets down there.
George, this might be the most highly anticipated jump ball of the year. I want to see if Bowman can sneak this one out on the 6'11" center for Johnson.
6'3" versus 6'11". And we're about ready to tip it off. And here we go. Tip off right now, as you can see. And he almost got it, and the ball is touched in the back court, picked up by Jones, and then set up with Taylor Gilpin. Little high post block. Corner shot, no good.
Ooh.
Blocked by Amir.
There it is. Big block by Amir. That's a good sign, his energy.
Yeah, they wanted to go down in the lane, and that's what you need, that little attaboy, Amir. That's a boy, Hoppa.
See, that's what I'm talking about. First two plays, Amir gets a big block, then gets an offensive tip, doesn't score, but his energy is already a factor.
Yeah, it's a little high weave. That's all they're doing right here.
Yeah, it's a reach by Cal.
That's going to be called on Calvin Songster.
In good position, no reason to reach right there.
Easy to see from here, right? Easy to do.
Yeah, that's what Coach told me when I played. It wasn't that easy when you're playing, is it?
It'll be side out.
It's a good matchup here, Brooks versus Kobe Jones. Ooh.
Little three-pointer, no good. And
good box out.
And I'm wondering where the big guy is for Johnson. Songster into the post. Back out to Songster. In the corner, back all the way around, playing that zone defense. Three-pointer.
Attaboy, Manny.
Three-pointer. Manny Garcia out of Miami, Florida.
Johnson in this dribble drive motion that's become so popular. Another block by Bowman.
That's two so far. And that's the drive that we need right there. Brooks, after having been out over a year with a concussion syndrome, and he's back playing.
And you see Johnson's trying to get in the middle of the lane every time. Maryville's really giving them fits with their pressure right now. Here's the big man.
And he's off the backboard, score by Esteban Stasio. 7-2 your score, 18 minutes left to go, first half.
He keeps making those. We're just going to have to live with them because I don't know what we can do about that.
Inside to Hopper, back out, another three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes down to Maryville. And from the elbow, it's Bowman with the missed shot. Gilpin coming up. Kobe Jones, their leading scorer, and you're going to get a foul.
The foul is on Maryville.
Foul will be on Josh Brooks.
That's a key matchup. You know, Brooks. We don't need Brooks in foul trouble trying to guard Jones out there. Brooks is probably our best perimeter defender.
Two shots for Kobe Jones. He shoots 21 of 59, so he'll make that one. They come into this game 4-9.
Number 4, Gavin Grubb, checks into the game. He's going to replace McClain at the point guard.
He's a freshman from Bristol, Tennessee. Shot, no good. Rebound, Maryville. 7-3 your score. Backcourt pressure.
Yeah, this pressure by Johnson's really not trying to turn him over. I think he's just trying to slow the game down a little bit, use some clock up. Get ready to shoot that.
Papa with the ball for Maryville. 7 on the shot clock.
And good find.
Yeah. Little pass assist from Songster, who's in trouble. Passed it under the basket. 9-3 Maryville. Another block by Bowman. slow it down. And they'll go around the perimeter, work that defense. And Songster with another three-pointer. 12-3 your score.
Yeah, just good ball movement right now.
Their ball movement from now back up to the beginning of the year against the zone defense was not very good. What they're doing, Maryville, on the offense, passing the ball around the perimeter has been great this game. Little jump shot off the basket, good by Kenton Gillian. He's from Port Smith, Ohio.
Yeah, Gillian can get it going. He averages 19 a game.
Get on down! Hit the inside, he
Coach Lambert here in front of us marking instructions. Baseline shot by Garcia, good, 14-5.
Yeah, we're just getting any shot we want right now. Georgia's got to knock them down.
And it's stolen away by Garcia, and the ball hits the out-of-bounds line and have a couple of subs, and we're going to get a full media timeout right now. Chris, one of the things that I was talking about was their ball movement around the perimeter against that 2-3 zone. That's one of the ways to do it is quick passes around the perimeter, and that's exactly what they're doing. We haven't seen that done very well this year until today.
Yeah, you know, this is an exciting start. You know, one thing early in the season we struggled with is it seemed like the first half it took us forever to get going. So to actually come out, you know, hit some shots, look good on offense, get some block shots by Amir down here, you know, and come out quick and put the opponent on their heels, you know, that's normally how we play. That's kind of what we expected coming into this season. And like I said, it just, you know, it's taken a few weeks to kind of get their groove, but hopefully we're starting to see this thing build and this momentum build. And like you said, it's encouraging to me offensively. We're working it inside out. You know, that ball's not just floating around the three-point line. It's going in, then back out, then back in. And, you know, we're getting really good looks. And when we do that, we've got plenty of talent to knock these shots down. And you know, right now it looks good.
6 of the 14 points have been scored in the paint inside. So that's good news, especially when you got a 6'11" guy in there who really hasn't been a factor.
And we don't have a true center. You know, with Colt being out, we don't have a true center.
In the dark jerseys, it's the Royals from Johnson University. That's Dwayne Felder in there now. And there's another block by Maryville, and that block was by Joshua Brooks. That's the third block so far.
One more.
Down low. And we got a foul. And that'll be against their big guy.
See, even that right there, George, was such a great example. You know, early in the season, Amir settled for that little 15-foot jumper. Now, he can hit that. That's not a bad shot. But, man, when he's attacking and going to the bucket, just great things happen. This time he draws a foul, and he's going to get 2 free throws out of it.
36% free throw. Well, he's more than that. No, he isn't. 36%. Well, now he's more than that.
Way to think positively. I like that.
15-5 at the 15:31 mark. Maryville in the lead over Johnson University.
Coach Raul Placeres coming off a huge victory in his daughter's Parks and Rec League game this morning. Riding high.
And they had a second daughter in there as well. And that one's good. 16-5, Maryville up by 11, 15. Now this is a problem that Maryville's had in the past is they let up. You know, the intensity kind of disappears. McLean with the ball. Grubb. Grubb gets caught. And that's Bowman knocking the ball away. Yeah, you can't do much about that. And a nice pass to Esteban Estacio.
Yeah. Key for our guards not to get beat right there, because Amir, if he has to come help, you know, obviously the big man's going to be open down there, and that's going to be a problem for us.
16-7 at the 14:45 mark. Maryville in the lead. Non-conference game. Shot, no good, but we got a foul.
The foul is on.
Foul's on Blaylock. 3 team fouls now. Second team foul.
At the line for Maryville, number 30, Emir Bowman.
Bowman going to the line. And Bowman puts it in for his 5th point.
Yeah, it's nice to see Amir start well in this game.
Out comes Brooks, and in goes J.R. Sanders. Sanders, a sophomore from Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
From Seymour, Tennessee, number 20, Taylor Cresswell. Also number 24, Kenton Young, returns to the game.
Officials with
I think we have a sub.
Did you accidentally summon me?
I think my phone started talking to me there.
Did you accidentally summon me? No.
I think what happened, George, is we had somebody for Johnson come in the game that maybe their number wasn't in the book. So
Yeah,
I think we're going to get a shot out of this, a technical free throw out of this.
Yeah. Number 20, maybe. I mean, he's on our roster. Number 11's on the roster.
But I guess if he wasn't officially in the pregame book.
So this is what they call an administrative free throw. Now they'll take care of the regular free throw.
Well, I think that was the regular. This will be the technical here that Cal's going to shoot.
The administrative. Yeah. It's not a technical. It's called
administrative.
Administrative free throw now.
Huh.
And he'll miss that one.
It's a tough game that you play over here. I'm already getting texts criticizing my play calling abilities.
That's why I don't keep my phone here.
I tell you what, I respect you for all this that you've done over the years.
23 years. There you go. You heard it. Administrative.
One shot.
That's under the heading is I don't understand what just happened.
Well, I think when it's something like that, you just get one shot instead of the 2-shot technical foul.
And the floater comes back out to Johnson, and they'll go into the post. And a good shot there by Taylor Cresswell. Cresswell, a junior from Seymour High School just down the road. 18-9. And this is what Coach Lambert really wants to guard against, is that letdown. You know, you pressure, and then all of a sudden you get a lead. And there's Bowman with that short 12-footer, no good. Rebound comes down to Johnson. And it's stolen away. And there's the bounce shot, and then the drive, and back out.
Good.
All alone.
Flip back.
Three-pointer, missed that opportunity. And up comes Johnson University. And that's, there's going to be a foul on Maryville's.
Yeah, it's tough luck. Hop with a good deflection, just going after the ball and got there second, so he's going to get called for that foul. But those, you live with those. I mean, that's just a hustle play.
Tomlinson going in right now for Maryville, number 44. Johnson at the 13:35 mark, University. 18-9 your score. And that's a skin move, and we got a
Basket by Kenton Gillian.
44 coming out for.
I think he's got to take his shirt off.
Okay, you can't wear sleeves on your arms. You can wear them on your legs, but not your arms.
That's perfectly logical.
13:20 left to go, 18-11. Maryville on a little slow spot here. Back outside to Sanders. They're gone into a man-to-man defense. Nope, or yes.
See Amir attack right here, that's nice.
There you go, reverse layup by Amir Bowman.
Yeah, they've got nobody that's going to be able to guard him off the dribble out there.
Johnson University with the ball, they'll go into the post.
Ooh, good
And a
move.
nice move by Kenton Gillian. 4 points by Gillian. Sanders with the hustle down, and then the bad pass. Forced turnover, 7-point lead now. And there's another layup, so now you're down to a 5-point lead. Last 6 points scored by the Johnson University Royals. Songster for 3, and that'll make a little bit of up.
Yeah, you know, that's a big shot, but again, all of a sudden you look at our offense and we're not moving it. You know, we're just kind of settling for jumpers here. Gosh, another big block by Bowman.
I think we got away with a little travel there. 3-point shot, good.
Boy.
So after a 9-0 run, 8-0 run, there's a 6-0 run by Maryville. Back to
big,
11 point
big
lead.
response. Those are backbreakers when you're trying to come back.
Coming back outside to Felder, and Felder with a high layup. I'll tell you what, Bowman's making it hard to make it score under that basket. 26-17, Maryville in the lead. 11:45 left to go first period. Inside to Amir Bowman. Back out to Songster. Off the pick for 3, good. And he may, before today's over, he may become the 33rd leading scorer. And that's a little bit of a carry there. And we got a media timeout with 11:27 left to go in the first half. Maryville leads Johnson University 29-17. Want to thank a couple of people right now. Want to thank our sponsors, Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, great little hamburger place, LeConte Wealth Management for those serious about managing your money, Campbell Party Rentals, you get anything you want there from tents to tables. Kenjo Markets, the home of the big Granddaddy sandwich.
Had a few of those in my MC days.
I can see. Airport Hilton and the Firehouse Subs. With me today, Chris Sigmund, and Chris, 29-17, not bad.
No, you know, it's a nice start. We hit that little lull, but responded well to it. You know, Cal's come out here and shown everybody, I guess, why he scored 1,000 points. I think he's hit 3 threes already, and you know, again, he's got to be more aggressive. You know, especially with Colt not playing down low, who was one of our big-time scorers. You know, Cal's got to take some of that up, and he's got to be more aggressive. So that's good to see. So, we'll see.
I think Maryville's the biggest thing about Maryville, the difference we're seeing today from what we saw against Covenant University, is the fact that Emir Bowman's making himself a presence.
He's had a huge impact on the game, and only scored, what, 4 or 5 points probably.
And they get it inside to Blaylock. Blaylock with the ball right now. They'll drive and kick out. And they'll get it outside. McLean.
Good D. Oh, no. Ooh, that's good work by Josh Brooks down there. That's a tough call.
Wow, tough call.
That's just a good battle. Unfortunately, that's his second, I think.
Yes, it is. 11:09 left.
They're going to let him ride. Trust the senior. Actually, Joshua Jr., he was out last year.
That's the second time that they've been close.
Turnover.
And it's Hoppe going to take his time now.
Golly.
And he's going to be fouled from behind, number 33, Taylor Gilpin. Non-shooting foul, 11:02 left to go. Maryville in the lead, 29-17. And Jordan Griswood going in. Talking to Griswood's grandfather today, he wanted to make sure. 3-point shot by Maryville, no good. Rebound comes down for Johnson. Wanted to make sure we held off on the snow because he had to get back to Alabama. 2-point shot, back out.
Good job by Brooks fronting Kobe Jones down there in the post. He's really working hard.
Across the paint, 3-point shot, nope. Pulls up, 2-point shot, good, that's 10 points for Kenton Gillian.
And I really like his game. If you watch him, there's nothing flashy about it. He just makes little subtle head fakes and stays within himself and knocks down open jumpers.
Yeah, he scores 11 points per game, he's already got 10. And a 3-point shot by Maryville, no good. Rebound comes down to Johnson's Grubb. Grubb gonna drive. Little floater off the backboard, good. 29-21 at the 10-minute mark. Maryville in the lead over Johnson University. The Royals in their royal blue. Maryville in white. Three-point shot by Garcia, no good. The rebound goes out of bounds off Maryville. Good rebound by Jordan Griswood.
24, Steven Estacio returns to the game for Johnson.
I think Coach Lambert wants to be a little more patient on offense, George.
You think?
But you know, he's exactly right. You know, it's not a bad shot what Emmanuel just shot, but he can get that shot anytime in the offense. You know, let's try to get a layup right here. Quit settling for these three-point jump shots.
Ball speared out of the air by Griswood. And a little nice move.
Nice.
Good shot by Joshua Brooks, and that's what you need.
Yeah, so, you know, let's work and get those shots. You know, we can get those threes anytime we want.
And hard to see the action here, but you can see it better than we can. And that's their
Good
big
job.
man.
That's a really nice job by Gaines Perry.
No, it's Preston Tomlinson.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong sheet.
Tomlinson had a good shot there, and he'll make some shots. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound comes down to Maryville Estes. Maryville up 33-21 at the 8:45 mark. How many times have you heard that before? One more pass.
Every time I touched it, he wanted me to pass it to somebody else. So.
Little 12-foot floater,
Nice.
Good by Caleb Estes.
That's just good offense. You know, that's a good in-rhythm jump shot. You know, we're moving the ball again. Every time we move it, we get a good look.
This is probably the best athlete on Johnson University's team right there. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Griswood.
It's a nice job by Griswood challenging that three and then coming back to get the rebound.
35-21, shot blocked. And up the court comes Grubb.
That's going to be tough living trying to get him in over Estacio down there.
Three-point attempt, good by Blaylock, excuse me.
That's the second time Brooks, he should have taken a charge right there. They didn't call it. I thought there was a push off. Coach Lambert going to take a timeout as Josh Brooks is going end to end right here and scoring on one end, really trying to give Jones fits on the other end. He needed a break, so going to take a timeout with 7:09 to go. Maryville leading at 37-26, and George, you know, again, seems like we kind of keep hovering around this 10, 12-point lead and can't quite put these guys away. It'd be nice over these last 7 minutes to, you know, to hit one more good run and really go in the locker room with a commanding lead.
And Coach Brandon Perry, he's saying the other option, hey, they're only ahead of us by 11 points here. Let's cut it down to 5.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it feels like Maryville's dominated this game. And, you know, they're still within reach. So he's telling his guys, hey, you know, hit a shot or two and, you know, let's go in this locker room and regroup at halftime and let's see if we can, you know, steal one in the second half. So, you know, this is going to be a crucial stretch. You know, if Maryville can come out and send a message right here, they can almost end this game in the first half.
Yeah,
but
the big difference
let
here,
them hang around.
The big difference here in the scores, Kenton Gallion, who scores 11 points per game. He's got 10 already. He's 5 for 5.
Yeah. But on the other side, I love looking down Maryville's roster. You know, Cal's got 9, Amir's got 8. But, I mean, you look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 guys that have scored already, you know, and we're really spreading it around. So, again, offensively, you know, when we move the ball and go inside out, we've been very effective.
Maryville with the ball. Papa, he'll feed it inside. Little shot, and Picked up
Way
and
to stay
good
with it.
muscle there by Preston Tomlinson.
Yeah, he went right into the chest of Estacio right there. Couldn't finish the first time, but here's Gaines Perry. He's going to get called for a cheapie on Estacio right there. You know, Coach Lambert, that's what he's telling him. He said, just get big and go straight up. He's not going to block Estacio's shot, so no reason to jump.
44 is Trevor Gaines Perry. We had it wrong. 40 is Preston Tomlinson. 6'11 is Steven Estacio. Misses that shot.
You know, Gaines Perry's giving us good minutes right here, George. He's one of the few guys on our roster that gives us some size down there.
Well, he definitely pushed Steven Estacio out of the way last time. And that was good. Steven Estacio is 6'11". He's a junior from Cali, Colombia. Now they take him out of the game. He plays about 20 minutes per game. 6:30 left to go in this contest, first half.
See how we move the ball in this possession. It's a good cut.
Garcia back out 10 on the play clock. Songster going to shoot a long three-pointer. No good. Doesn't hit the basket. And we got a hustling Grubb coming up the court.
Yeah, that time we just kept passing the ball around the perimeter, never attacked.
And that's Amir Bowman. He certainly makes a difference.
Yeah, he altered that shot.
And the rebound by Hoppe. Here's Songster unguarded for three. Yeah.
That's almost automatic when he's that wide open. Coach is happy he made that shot, but he's all over him telling him to guard somebody. Last time he went for a little head fake.
Yeah, he's still on him. And knocked away by Maryville's Manny Garcia.
See, and those little deflections, George, they don't look like much. You know, Johnson's going to get it out of bounds, but over the course of a game, those wear you out. You know, when every pass is contested and everything is difficult, you know, fatigue, mental fatigue sets in when everything you do is a challenge, and that's the defense that we want to play.
15 on the shot clock for Johnson. Felder with the drive, and he'll little floater. No good. Rebound comes down to Hoppe.
Could have been another charge right there.
And Terrius Bray with the ball for Maryville.
Good pass.
Yeah. And Maryville picks up the errant ball. 13 on the shot clock. Then Terrius Bray, 2-point shot from the baseline, good.
That's a nice little pull-up.
Kobe Jones, former college quarterback, football player at Cumberland, nails two.
Yeah, that's just a good shot right there. Gave a good hard dribble. Just elevated on that jumper.
44-29, Maryville in the lead. Emir Bowman down there covered by somebody a lot less athletic, let me put it that way. Goes inside to Hoppe.
And one.
And the shot good. Foul going to be on Kobe Jones.
You know, and that's interesting, George. What we're doing is, we talked about Colton Oaks, our post player, not being in there. But what we do have is we got guys like Hoppe and Amir and, even Josh Brooks, and some of these guys are strong enough and long enough that they can post up some of these wing players. So all of a sudden we're creating post-up opportunities kind of with our perimeter guys, which is a really unique and interesting strategy.
Hoppe, 74% free throw shooter, misses that. 46-29, Maryville at the 4-minute mark. 3-point shot, way off the mark. Maryville with the rebound. I don't have that number 21. Maryville with the shot, no good.
That's Orion Mashburn. I think that was the one that wasn't in the book.
Gotcha. Three-point shot, no good. Maryville with the rebound. 3:40 left to go before halftime. Maryville up by 17 points. 46-29. And this is where there you go. And good job by Bowman. And that was got around Orion Mashburn there. So Maryville up 48-29. And, you know, just 5 minutes ago we were saying, you know, the Royals wanted to cut it to 5 or stay at 10. Maryville wanted to expand, and sure enough, they're up 19 points.
Yeah, no, they've worked themselves in position here with 3 minutes. I mean, to me, I always look at that 20-point barrier in the first half. If you can get up there, then just mentally going in the locker room, the other team knows that's such a big mountain to climb. So, you know, again, that last 3-4 minute stretch was
big.
Incredible by Maryville. It pushed it up, but there's 3 minutes left, you know, so let's see how we finish this half. You know, there's an opportunity to push this thing now above 20 and really end it, or, you know, they can let them back in. So let's see how we respond. That
was the big problem that Coach Lambert and I were talking about all week, was that there's this letdown. They kind of get into a cruise mode, and the other team stands up. And what you were saying earlier before the game, that they've got a target on their back. Well, you know, you come into the game, you got a target on their back. They've got a target on their back on every play.
Yeah,
and that's what they have to understand. They have to look at it in that micromanagement. And, you know, you've been there before. You understand that.
Absolutely. And they're going to get everybody's best shot every night.
Every play.
And you know, we're not good enough just to roll out with our athleticism and beat people. But, you know, so when we let off the gas pedal, it can get ugly. So far this game, for the most part, we've done well.
Jones off the screen, nice shot. Nicely executed screen by Johnson University. Griswood with the ball.
Throw it in there.
And Griswood with the shot and the rebound. And he'll put it in, and he gets the foul. And you can hear Coach Lambert.
Sideline coaching telling him to shoot it. So I will say, George, when I was 3 feet away from the goal, Coach never had to tell me to shoot it. He still wanted me to pass it most of the time, but I ignored those. I shot that.
In fact, I remember one time you got a long pass, and you were the only one under the basket. Team hadn't gotten down there, and he said, pass it.
Exactly. I got no problem with that. You know, I told him I'd have scored 1,000 too if he'd let me play for 7 years.
Good shot by Jordan Griswold.
Pushes the lead to 20.
And you're going to see Griswold get a lot more time. Drive to the back, and Emir Bowman with another block.
That was high above the rim.
16 on the play clock.
That's about his 3rd or 4th highlight reel block shot.
Yeah. Taylor Cresswell coming in. He's 6'6", and he leaves for the 6'11" player, or comes in for him. Gillion to Kobe Jones. And that's a nice play. You can see how athletic he is. Not much you can do about that.
That's a tough shot. That's a step-back 3 that was well contested.
And Griswold was right on him, and it shows the athleticism of Jones.
But that's what you want to do. You know, good players are going to make shots, but you just want to make them difficult.
Hey, you're not going to make all those difficult shots. Griswood going to go to the basket. He'll put up 2, no good.
Got fouled there, yeah.
And they're going to call a foul. Foul going to be on Dwayne Felder, 6 foot tall from Mocksville, North Carolina. Griswood with 3 points. And that's 4. That's his season high. 2 minutes left to go. Maryville up by 18. Going into the game is Cody McLean and Gavin Grubb for Johnson. Griswood puts it in. And this is a nice contribution by Jordan Griswood. with 5 points. 2 minutes left to go. Maryville up by 19. Kobe Jones, he can take over a game.
Good D by Griswold right there. He lost a shoe, got it back on.
10 on the shot clock.
Golly,
And a time violation.
that's big time. Jones lost his shoe, put it back on, fell down twice. Big effort by Griswold early in that possession, and then with the switch, Hoppe finished it off.
And, the question with Jones there is, he should have passed the ball along before that, in my opinion.
He's probably guilty of trying to do a little too much right there.
53-34. Hoppe for, Maryville for 3, and you're going to get Hoppe with the over the back. His second.
It's going to be
Need to pull him.
Both teams have 6, so they'll be shooting free throws after this on both sides. It's been a clean first half, to get within a minute at the end of the half, and neither team's in the bonus.
Gaines Perry going in. He's from McMinnville, Tennessee. Kind of about the same size as where you came from. Somewhere down there in 441 in Georgia. Cummings.
I like to think I put Cummings, Georgia on the map.
Johnson with the ball.
Yes, great defense. Caleb Estes gets in the passing lane right there. Oh, they're actually calling a foul. I guess they're calling a push-off on McLean.
Isn't that 1-1?
Well, on an offensive foul.
Non-shooting foul, yep.
Yeah. That again, that's pressure by Caleb Estes that caused all that.
And in the corner, and it goes back out to Estes. From the elbow, the two-pointer, no good, tipped, and rebound, good rebound by Johnson's Golian, McLean. He'll go baseline, then back out. Whistle.
Got a late call on Jordan Griswold right there coming over.
I didn't see him touch anybody. 1-1 going to Cody McLean.
Griswold's giving us nice minutes here, George. He's got 5 points, 3 rebounds.
And he'll make that shot.
Number 2, Emmanuel Garcia, checks in for Maryville.
And he'll make both of those 53-36. Jones going back in for Johnson, as well as Taylor Gilpin. 29.5 seconds. Shot clock off. Maryville will go down to take the last shot. Head by 17. Coach directing traffic. Songster off the pick. Manny Garcia to Songster. Songster in the lane. Back outside, 3-point shot.
Got him.
Yeah, nails it right at the buzzer.
That's good execution.
56-33, a 20-point lead. Maryville leads the Johnson University Royals. And we're going to take a break here for a second. We'll come back with halftime stats and my special guest, Chris Sigmund from Renaissance Bank. We'll be right back. welcome back, everybody. George DeBobby here, along with Chris Sigmund, former Maryville College All-Star. 56-36, a three-pointer drained right at the buzzer, put Maryville up 20 points over the Johnson University Royals. I want to thank our sponsors today, Cookout, and make plans to go to Cookout whenever you can, folks. It's got some great barbecue, tremendous burgers and shakes. In fact, the milkshakes there are kind of divine, and lots of good stuff there at the Cookout. 1305 West Lamar Alexander Parkway. That's Cookout. Make plans to get there every day. And if you went there every day, you and I wouldn't be able to sit in this chair. That's good food there. So we've got some stats. Chris, anything of note?
Yeah, you know, when you look at it, George, it was a really clean half by both teams. I was just looking, Johnson only had 4 turnovers in that first half, which really, you know, I thought defensively we played pretty well. So for them to only have 4 turnovers is a pretty good accomplishment. Maryville only had 1, you know, which is tremendous. Now, you know, Johnson started the game in a zone offense, not really putting a lot of pressure on the ball, but you know, to only have 1 turnover and a half is tremendous. So, you know, Maryville goes 7 of 14 from the 3-point line. Johnson shoots 2 of 7, you know, so that's a 15-point advantage right there at the 3-point line, and that's a big part of this. Maryville has just shot it better. We're 21 out of 37 from the field. They're 15 out of 31. So both teams shooting it pretty good, but we're just shooting it a little bit better.
Yeah, we normally shoot about 34%, so. And now that's by the end of the game, we might be down there.
Yeah, you know, Maryville out rebounding them 20-15. The number I kind of like, Maryville has 10 assists in the first half. I mean, you know, that suggests we're moving the ball around
10 to
pretty
1
well.
assists to turnover.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. 10 assists on 21 made field goals. You know, that suggests we're moving the ball around well. You know, like I said, you know, individually, I thought Amir Bowman early in the half really set the tone. You know, he's got 3 blocks, and all 3 of them were highlight quality, and those are energizing plays. You know, those are plays that get the bench going, they get the guys you're playing with going. So, you know, I thought he really set the tone early. Songster leads all scorers. He's got 12. Amir, to go with those 3 blocks, has 10. You know, you look up and down the roster for Maryville. Caleb Estes comes off the bench with 8. Jordan Griswold off the bench with 5. Josh Brooks with 6. And Emmanuel Garcia with 5.
Let me just talk about Griswold for a second. You know, he getting more and more playing time as this year goes on. In fact, today that's his career high for the sophomore, and the fact that he's getting a career high in minutes, and that certainly bodes well for the team in the future. We're talking about number 3, Griswold, but certainly he's a team player. He listens well. He's coachable, and is starting to show in his playing time and the results that he has. The other thing that jumps out at me is points in the paint. 22 points in the paint for us, Chris, just 12 for the Royals from Johnson University. So that's big news. Bench points, 19 for Maryville and 9 for Jordan. So a lot of participation today by Maryville.
You know, and what's nice is you look down our roster, and we had 10 guys in that first half that played at least 3 minutes. You know, and that's how this team is going to win. We're going to have to win with our depth. You know, we don't have the size advantage or the luxury of having Colton Oaks down there anymore. We can shoot it well. We've got a lot of very good, very talented, very experienced perimeter players, and that's how we're going to have to do it. You know, we're going to have to be scrappy on defense and move the ball and make shots on offense. And, you know, so far that's what happened in this first half.
And here's the other thing with this team. It's a very talented team, lots of talent on this team. So how do you keep everybody happy? You know, you got 10 guys you're going to play generally, you know, and how do you keep them all happy without putting them in, you know, for meaningless minutes?
Well, and I tell you, in my opinion, how you do that is you win ball games. You know, I think when you ask a guy that is capable of scoring to do things like set picks and guard and play limited minutes, that when you win, that's a lot easier sacrifice to make. When you lose, sometimes it creeps into your mind to say, well, gosh, maybe if I was taking those shots, maybe I could help the team. And so, you know, I think that's a little bit of maybe what happened early in the year is guys just have to settle in their role and figure out how can I help this team? Because, you know, not everybody can be Calvin Songster. Not everybody can be Amir and have the ball in their hands as much as some of these guys. So how do I help the team? And I think in the last week or two, these guys are starting to figure it out a little bit. And, maybe we're starting to build on something that can last the rest of the season.
That road trip, I think, certainly was a turning point. Usually, and talking to Coach Lambert today, he said, I'm surprised. Usually you're going to lose one of those on you're 8 hours you're driving to Fayetteville. Well, first they stopped in Greensboro, 5 hours. And then you play a talented Greensboro team. Then you play the #1 team in the conference, undefeated Methodists, and you beat them by almost 20 points. So there's been a bit of a turnaround. And I wanted to ask you a question. They sent Trevor Gaines Perry out because he had long sleeve shirt on his arms. Why is that illegal? Do you know? Or?
I don't. They consistently or constantly change the kind of the rules on those sorts of things. Back when I played, you could wear shirts. A lot of guys did, and nowadays, I guess the T-shirt you can't wear underneath. You can wear the shooting sleeves and you can wear all that stuff, but I guess you can't wear a T-shirt. I always thought it was curious when guys wanted to wear T-shirts. I don't know. I always got too hot. I don't know how they do that, but
well, you were always wanted to be skins in the game.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, I soaked through my shirt before warm-ups, so.
Trying to get a referee official over here.
Yeah, I think that's just one of the small changes they make. Nowadays you see a lot of the guys with the, they'll wear kind of the cutoffs underneath. Like I'm looking at Amir Bowman, he's got one on, Manny Garcia, and you'll see a lot of the shooting sleeves. But I guess you can't wear long sleeve T-shirts anymore.
Well, we'll get an official over here, but I did ask one of the coaches, and they didn't know.
Yeah, so I don't know, but
and then we had that administrative foul shot. I've never heard that term before. I know Judkins may know what an administrative foul shot is. And what is an administrative foul shot?
Never heard of that before.
And why can't you wear long sleeves?
It's not a technical. Technical would be a team foul.
Right.
It's in its own category.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like a technical, regular, administrative. 3 categories of fouls.
Yeah, and you only get the one shot with the administrative, so it's I guess not quite as severe.
I would talk to the official, but I don't want to hold up the game. Maryville gets the ball back, and their lead at 20 at the 19:57 mark.
Here's another sign of a mature team, George, is that when you get a big lead, it's really easy to exhale at halftime. Let's see if we can come out and stay sharp in the first half as Dante Hoppe gets us off to a great start there with a spinning layup.
That was like a dance. I mean, that was like choreographed. 3-point shot, and no good. It's a rebound, Amir Bowman, and he'll slow it down. Coach Lambert saying, let's go, let's go. Estes with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. And it's Songster can't handle that ball and still fighting for it. And we have a held ball, goes to Johnson. Yeah, that's always a tough call. Coaches always want a travel or a walk called on that, but
until their guys do it.
Yeah.
Well, it is tough.
Exactly right.
The rule is once you've got it, you can't roll over. And so when trying to determine when you get possession while you're diving for a ball is not always easy.
And a little 2-point jumper. I figured they'd be doing that all day. And that's Steven Estacio.
Yeah, that was a little too easy by Amir there.
Songster. Garcia.
Keep moving it.
Songster going to penetrate into the corner. Garcia for 3. No good. It's a 2-on-2 break. And, wow. Out of bounds goes Taylor Gilpin.
I think that was really good defense by Caleb Estes right there. I think number 10, Cody McLean, was looking for some contact, and Estes kind of jumped out of the way and deflected that ball out of bounds.
And there's Amir Bowman with the knock out of bounds.
See it, that's it to the ball. Get active, Kate. See it, see it. Come
inbound the ball. And the ball on the ground. Bowman going the other way, and Bowman. And the block from behind by Steven Estacio.
That was great hustle by Estacio.
Yep. Yeah, wow. He'll go across the paint. 3-point shot. Looks good. No good. Tip in. No good. Rebound comes down to Caleb Estes for Maryville. 58-38 still in the corner.
Great pass.
3-point shot. No good. And Bowman got shoved there. And Jones with the layup and points. Kobe Jones, you can see how athletic he is.
Yeah, that's a great play by Jones. I'm not totally sure what happened. Bowman came flying through there, and it looked like somebody cut his legs on him. There's no whistle.
It looked like he got shoved by Steven Estacio. 58-40 your score. Maryville in the lead. 17-38. Jones trying to make that 3-point play, and he does. Yeah, this is where you don't want to settle into let them get settled into a groove. You want to keep pressure on them, keep passing the ball, keep pressure on offense. And that's not what's happening right now. Maryville just, and a 3-point shot by Songster. Well, that'll definitely cure some ills. 61-41.
Nice move by Songster, but you make a good point. Again, we're floating around the perimeter. Wow.
Yeah, Jones, that's a great athletic play. And Coach Lambert saying, put him on the left side because he's right-handed. Songster. Foul before the shot. It's going to be on Kenton Gullion, his first foul. Non-shooting foul. And nice shot by Dante Hoppa.
Yeah, it's the second time Hop's got a bucket on a post-up. You know, and his length at his position can really create situations that are difficult to guard for other teams. Good hands.
And there's Griswood with the
Keep going.
catch. There's Hoppa for three.
Nice.
Yeah. 66-43.
It's a great secondary break by Maryville there. Good patience. Find an open Hoppa.
You know, they're not pushing. They're
Good job by Amir to shield off Estacio.
that's a great job. I mean, the guy's
Up 8 inches. Uh-oh.
and the basket shot no good. We'll get a foul. Foul's on 44. We'll get a timeout. Kenton Gillian. Oh, number 4. Gavin Grubb. So we'll get a full timeout for the media here. And we want to thank all of our sponsors today. Again, the Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, the Kant Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kenjo Markets, the Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. And you've been to all those places except, you've been to Kenjo Markets. I've seen you there.
Yeah,
and
frequented off.
Firehouse Subs and the Cookout.
Yeah.
And we were at, where did I see? We were at Sullivan's the other night.
That's pretty much my route.
Yeah.
Go get some gas and the candy bar at the Kenjo.
And a big granddaddy sandwich.
Go get a sandwich at Firehouse and then head over to Cookout for a shake. That's a day in the life of Chris Sigmund right there.
And then go to Blunt Partnership and have a meeting about business.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, what's your position at the bank now? I know you work at a bank.
So I'm the Blount County Market President. We're fortunate. We've got a very good group up there, and generally they make me look really good, and I don't have to manage them much at all. But we've had a good run and been together a long time. So it's been a great place for me and my family, and enjoy it every day.
I remember when you used to go out and check construction loans.
That's how I started.
I remember that.
That's how I started.
Going to the line. Taking a shot. Caleb Estes gets that, making it 67-43.
Este's having a nice game. This is, if he makes this one, he'll have 10 off the bench.
You got 15 for Songster, Hoppe with 11, Bowman with 10, and Estes now with 10. Estes coming out.
I've seen Josh Brooks back in the game. I don't know if he tweaked something or.
He's probably just being held out. Jones.
You know, Coach Lambert's right. You know, he started that move left, but he spins back to his right hand every time.
Yep.
And he's a nice player, though.
And Griswold going to go to the line, and they'll have that shot blocked, picked out of the air by Maryville. And there's Emir Bowman. And another block by Steven Estacio, the 6'11" junior.
Coach Lambert telling Amir to shot fake. I don't think Amir's ever had to shot fake in his life. He's not used to people being up there as high as he is, but at 6'11", Estacio can certainly do it.
And Songster with another three, 71-45.
I think that's his 6th of the night.
18 points. Good defense on the backside by Songster there. Ball goes out of bounds and off the hands of Jay Blaylock. Another turnover. 15 minutes, 9 seconds left to go in this contest. Maryville up by 27.
Good little matchup by Jones
26.
and Songster. Cal's got 18. Jones has got 15 right now.
He's
They're
definitely
back in their zone now. Sorry, George.
Yep, that's okay. Another three-pointer. That'll take you out of a zone, won't it?
Yeah, you know, this is one of those games. You hope all these shots can give these guys some confidence. You know, we've seen Hoppe pass up too many shots this year, in my opinion. Oh!
That's a pretty good block.
I think Amir was tired of watching him shoot those shots over him and gave him a little payback.
Got a foul! Got a foul! Got a foul!
That's 5. Well, they gave him 6.
See if
Jones.
Hoppe forces him left here.
Jones with a 2-pointer. Yeah, you let him shoot all day if he's going to be the only one shooting. 74-47. Back to the zone defense, as you say. Songster to Bowman under the basket, back out to Hoppe. And it's Griswold. Nice feed on the inside. Back outside to Songster. 8 on the shot clock. Songster going to go under the basket. And he'll lay it up. And did it go in? I couldn't see.
No, he missed it. Almost went in. Almost a circus shot by Songster, but he's going to get two free throws out of it. You know what? Yeah, sorry. You know, Estacio's blocked some shots. You know, when you're 6'11" at the Division III level, you're going to block shots. What I've liked about our guys, we haven't shied away. We've kind of drove it right into his chest and challenged him, and that's what you got to do with the shot block. You can't be afraid of him.
No, he's going to go out, and in goes his replacement, Taylor Cresswell, 6'6", and again, he's just up the road here at Seymour High School. He's got those long, light-haired locks. And Songster now with 19 or 20 points for the day. Good day. Trevor Gaines Perry's in, and Griswold stays in, and Garcia in. And also now it's J.R. Sanders.
Spun back to his right.
How do you stop that, Chris?
I'd make him go left if it was me.
Just don't let him. Just step in his way. Now, how do you do that?
I would shade his right hand and make him go the other way. I think that's Jones' 19th, so if he makes this, he's going to match Songster's. Oh, I gave him 21, excuse me, so this is for 22. He's a nice player. I really like his game, though. Just keeps attacking.
Backcourt pressure. Maryville timeout. And there Coach Slammer saying, you got the ball, you got to call it. Let's see if we can get some instruction here.
Maryville leads at 76-50, 13:44 here in the second half as Georgia's on a recon mission to try to figure out why we can't wear long sleeve T-shirts, but wisely, this is not their first game. Wisely, the officials turn their back to us broadcasters and don't want any part of our questions. So
I keep raising my hand like I'm in school. Can you come over here for a second? 76-50. You know, they've extended that lead. What would you like to see,
I was looking
sir?
for the team stats. I was going to see how we're shooting it. Maryville
Pretty good.
Maryville shooting at 27 of 49, 55% from the floor, 11 of 20 from the three-point line. You know, and like, good point, 11 out of 13 from the three-point line. So all in all, a really good shooting day.
11.
That's how we're going to beat people. You know, we're a good shooting team. We're a perimeter-oriented team with cold out especially. But it's the type of looks you get. You know, are we getting threes that we're settling for, or are we driving it and kicking it and getting wide open ones? Today, for the most part, we've taken some really good shots, and I think you see that in the results.
And you have, you know, you got Kobe Jones scoring 20 points, and everybody else. And another three-pointer by Maryville, J.R. Sanders.
Yeah. It's his first points of the game. I think he's the 10th guy to score for Maryville.
Long three-pointer, good by Taylor Gilpin. That's his first points of the game. J.R. Sanders in the lane, lays it up and in.
Man, that was a tough move, George. He was getting bumped the whole way. Just kept going, used his strength in that left hand and finished it off.
Maryville with some pretty good defense right here.
Let's see if we can force him left one time.
And that's Manny Garcia kind of letting him scoot in there. 81-55 at the 12:40 mark. Maryville in the lead. And again, here's another point where you cannot let down. You need to continue the pressure. Garcia in the corner, going to eat up some clock. And back out to Garcia for three. Tipped away and picked up by Johnson University. It's McLean with the ball, and he'll get it into the corner. Three-point shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Maryville's Gaines Perry. 81-55 with 12:05 left to go in this contest. In the paint. Back out, and it's knocked away by McLean of Johnson with 17 on the shot clock.
Yeah, I think it's just a little unfamiliar for Manny there in the middle of the lane. He's not used to really catching the ball right there. He actually had a lot more room than he realized. Could have just turned and had a little 10-foot jumper.
Yeah, you've only got one starter in the game, and that's right there, Hoppe with the ball. Sanders, top of the key. Good drive from the elbow, shoots the two, no good. Gaines Perry tips it away. Out of bounds, off the blue shirts, Maryville's ball.
You know, I like Gaines Perry coming in off the bench.
And we're going to take a timeout for the media, Chris, which is, we didn't request
always
it,
appreciated.
They give it to us, yeah. So we can take it. Just some quick stats. Leading all scores, it's Johnson University's Kobe Jones, 9 of 13 from the field. And certainly all of those, only but one is a three-pointer. So he's earned it. That's you can see his athletic ability out there. We as I said earlier, you know, he wanted to come here, and they just couldn't come to. In Division III, you don't get scholarships. You take out loans, as you know. So the difference between here and Johnson University, he felt was the cost was different. A difference that made him go to Johnson University. We'd love to have him here.
Sure. No, he's a nice player. I really like his game. He's kind of relentless on offense. He just kind of keeps coming at you. And what I like him, he's a real simple guy. You know, you don't see him dribble 85 times. He makes one or two hard dribbles, pulls up, knocks them down. Just a really simple but very effective game. I hope our guys pay attention. I think you know, a lot of kids could learn watching a player like him. You know, you don't have to go behind the back and between the legs 12 times. You can just make one hard jab step, one power dribble, and you know, average 20 points a game at the collegiate level.
Maryville with 4 players in double figures: Songster, Hoppe, Estes, and Bowman. That's Estes with the ball, and he'll pass it in the paint. And Trevor Gaines Perry with the post-paint play.
Well-designed play by Coach Randy Lambert.
And there's a three-pointer, no good. Ball goes out and picked up by Griswood of Maryville. Sanders for Maryville. Still in that zone defense. Gaines Perry under the basket.
You know, he's done a nice job off the bench. He just comes in there, he plays hard, he's a big body, you know, and he's finished down there.
8 points.
Just again, doing what he's asked to do and not trying to do more. Got away with the travel right there.
Yeah, it's a good shot right there by
Tough shot.
Kenton Gillian. And Garcia's down there. Is that Garcia?
Man, did he get an ankle?
Yeah, somebody rolled on him a little bit.
He rolled that ankle.
Get Dantarius Bray going to go in there. Bray is senior, 6'1" from LaGrange, Georgia.
That's what you didn't want to see happen.
No, because he's a key part. He's approaches double figures every game, does Garcia. He leaves with 5 points. Dantarius Bray, Sanders. Bray for Maryville, no look pass. 18 on the shot clock, 10:35 left to go. Bray with a three-pointer, yeah. Maryville's raining threes. Maryville now 13 of 23 from the three-point line, over 55%. And we'll get a foul.
It's going to frustrate Coach Lambert. We ran a trap right there on the first pass, trying to get the ball out of Colby Jones's hands. And we had the trap on the sideline just like you want it, and bailed him out with a foul.
Griswold with the foul. 88-57, Maryville in the lead, and it is 10:13 left to go in the game. Johnson will inbound the ball, 20 seconds on the shot clock. And it'll go in bounds finally.
Comes back to his right.
And stolen away or tapped away by Dantarius Bray. Going to go down for the layup. Out to Songster for three. Nice pass by Dantarius Bray.
That's a great play by Bray, finding Songster out there again wide open. That's his 7th-3 of the game.
And you know, you don't have to be the leading scorer to get your coach's accolades. A pass like that from Bray, and you saw him smiling when he went down.
Yeah, you know that's when you've got a team. When you're happier to set the guy up than you are to score it yourself. As Amir gets set up right there by Griswood, I think.
Yep. 93-57, Maryville pulling away.
Because passing is contagious, George. When you start giving the ball up, it comes back to you, it seems like.
And there's another shot altered by Emir Bowman. Coach Lambert saying hold it down, 9 minutes left to go. And, you know, there's an issue right here I have sometimes. You know, you have a coach who's obviously very experienced saying slow it down. But, you know, if you slow it down, are you not breaking that momentum? From the elbow shot, no good. Jones with the rebound. Are you breaking that momentum and good shot and drawing the foul.
You know, and
Jones has to be dead tired.
He's got to be, man. He's been working all game.
New player going into the game, Josh LaCroix. LaCroix, a freshman from Carter High School in Knoxville, Tennessee.
I think part of it is, George, to answer your question, I think, you know, I think Coach doesn't want to get our guys into bad habits and get them into sloppy habits. And sometimes when you get up and down, that's fine, but you can get into some
and now right there,
sloppy play.
You can see how tired Kobe Jones is. You miss a foul shot, and I'm not saying he probably would have made that foul shot earlier in the game. Just tired.
But, you know, I'll say this too, George, as Cal finds Amir on the baseline, misses the bunny, gets his own rebound, misses that too.
Rebound comes down to Gillian. Gillian's played a pretty good game.
But I also say, George, you know, to me, as a turnover, yeah, I think you're right. I think Jones' fatigue's starting to set in.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think there's a respect factor between Coach Lambert and Johnson University. You know, Johnson's been a good partner for Maryville College for a long time. You mentioned, you know, they're only a few miles apart from each other. And, you know, there's a respect factor. I mean, it's a 34-point game. And, you know, Coach is always going to play to win, but play to win the right way and in a respectful way. And I think that's part of it, too.
Missed shot by Hoppe, 93-59, 7:50 left to go in the game. Maryville over Johnson University. And almost another turnover. Hoppe tipped that and then picked out of the air. And now another one picked out of the air. Rebound comes to Hoppe. And there's Jones under the basket trying to get a rebound. He can barely run. Well, he's a great athlete.
You know, we talked about that pressure, that defensive pressure. It wears on you. It wears on you, and you're starting to see the effects of it now.
Short jump shot good by Caleb Estes. That's 12 points for Estes. And you look at the distribution of scoring on both teams, and Maryville's got some, and there's the ball taken away.
Oh, he's got Amir on the trail if he sees him. He didn't see him.
Now look at Hoppe down there smiling.
You can hear, anytime you get on a break with Amir, you can hear the crowd just start kind of murmuring.
And that's knocked away, picked up by Jones. And Jones is hustling through all this. Short jump shot, no good. Rebound. And a little turnaround tip in good by Orion Mashburn. We got a media timeout. 6:36 left to go in the game. Maryville up 97-61. And I'm trying to think of the last time Maryville got to 100 points.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's been a well executed.
I'm not talking about
game.
your career points, but
we never. Let me tell you, we never had to get to 100, George. We only gave up about 40, but that was a different era.
You scored 55, but you guys had some great teams.
Exactly.
We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. I did get an official ruling on the.
You're relentless.
Well, it's bothered me. You know, why can't you wear long sleeve shirts in basketball? You can in high school, but not in college.
Is it a safety thing?
He didn't know. He said it's an NCAA rule, so I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Somehow, somewhere, somebody got hurt on a shirt or something. A little pressure by Johnson here. Throws a lob.
Oh, the monster dunk.
Estes wasn't going to miss him that time. He missed him on the last break.
99-61.
That was about the only thing that's been missing in this game so far is an Amir Bowman dunk.
In the corner, three-point
He
shot.
has a block.
Again by
Call
Maryville.
a foul? He hit that ball 2 feet out of his hands.
That foul's going to be on Amir Bowman. That's his first foul. Manser Wilson from Columbia, South Carolina. Went to Anderson University. So he's a transfer from Anderson. 99-61, 6:14 left to go in this game. And Chris, this is it for Maryville until the new year.
Yeah, it's an odd
as
schedule
far as
this
being
year.
here at home.
Yeah, the way the schedule is played out, you know, they're going to have a long break, which is kind of a shame because I just feel like, you know, after last weekend, the trip to North Carolina, and then tonight, you know, we finally got some momentum and some rhythm. So I hate they're going to have a long break, but you know, maybe to allow everybody to get healed up and, you know, continue to coach with this new kind of lineup and continue to improve.
Nick Clifton in for Maryville. He's wearing number 22. And that's Clifton right there. And Clifton gets, I believe that's his first career point.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be his last. Clifton's a freshman they're really excited about. Next year when all these seniors move on, he's going to have a more prominent role, I would imagine.
Boy, Jones is still in there, by the way. Three-point shot good by Gillian. Gillian now with 15 points. Hoppa's still in there, the grandfather, so to speak, of the team. He'll go inside to Clifton. Clifton going to turn around. Look at that shot. And look at Jones still hustling. That's a ball player right there. Pull up and shoot a three, and good for Jones. 101-68.
Boy, he just keeps coming, doesn't he?
Yep.
Keeps coming. I really like his game.
Under 5 minutes left to go. I rarely see Hoppa behind the back dribble, and he did there. Griswood passes to Hoppa, uncovered for three. No good. Rebound comes wide left, picked up by Johnson. And they'll come up the court, and who else but Jones? Jones with the ball. Yeah, Jones is a smart player, too. 101-70 your score. Maryville in the lead, 4:20 left to go.
Gideon's had a nice game. I think that's 17 for him.
Yes. Is that a two? Yeah. Little drive to the basket, back outside to Bray. And Terrius Bray going to go ahead and put up two. And that was a nice play by Bray, guarding the, shielding the defender. 103-70. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound bounces way outside, picked up by Wilson. And Jones with the three-pointer goes out of bounds. You know, wouldn't you want to take Jones out? And we'll get a media timeout. I'm going to ask you the question, why would you keep Jones in there?
Yeah, you know,
you're down 33 points.
Other than, you know, if he's just trying to get his guys some confidence, you know, and Jones obviously I don't think needs any confidence, but just to let him, you know, let him maybe get a little success before they come out of the game. Because obviously they're still, you know, they still got a lot to play for in their season. You know, I think he's just trying to send a message to his guys. But yeah, you're right. I mean, you know, Jones isn't going to bring him back today, so I think at this point it's about time to save him for another day. The relentless questioning of George DeBobby is further getting into the rule book. Rule number 2, is that what he said?
Now we know it's rule number 2. We don't know what rule number 2 says, or what the derivation of the rule is. But
the second of all the rules in the
rule
NCAA
number 2,
book.
yeah.
We'll respect it and just quit wearing. So Chris Watson's got a shirt on. You just can't wear a long sleeve shirt. Is that it?
I guess. Well, we're going to find out. So we've got a host of players in there, Chris. 14 for Maryville. Is David Deacon. Deacon from Lenoir City. And that's J.P. McGee with the alteration of the shot. 24 for Maryville, tipped away, picked up by Maryville. So this is where Coach Lambert can kind of sit down and let somebody else coach. Sanders for Maryville. Into the basket, under the basket, J.P. McGee with a reverse layup.
You know, McGee's an impressive kid to me, George. You know, when Cole went down for a few games, he was playing really big minutes until we kind of reshuffled our lineup. And he's just one of those kids. He just goes in there and plays hard, no matter how many minutes he gets. Very unselfish, and I really like him.
That's Bray to Watson, back out to Bray. to Watson, going to pull that three-pointer, no good. Nice rebound there by Mashburn. Maryville takes it away, 2:40 left to go.
Deacon's got some size over there.
Yeah, Deacon is 6'5". He'll go into JP McGee for two. So he got two more now.
Yeah, you know, and that's good to see. Just comes in ready to play, whether it's 3 minutes in a 30-point game or whether it's as a starter. You know,
well,
and you got to be ready to play no matter when it is.
You know, and he's going to get dinged on that one though.
Yes. There it is.
And a little feed missed. JP almost got redemption there. Picked up by Felder. They'll go the other way, the 2-minute mark. 107-72. Felder with a nice layup. You know, this is, if you want playing time in a situation, you've got to do the right things here. You can't say, well, it's mop-up time. Well, no, this is your chance to shine. That means good defense in Coach Lambert's vernacular. A nice move. Nice move, but wrong hand. And you can hear at the 1:30 mark next year's heir apparent. And that was a pretty good non-play by Dantarius Bray. We're going to get a timeout, and we're going to send in number 40, Preston Tomlinson. Want to again thank all of our sponsors. Well, it isn't a timeout, is it?
Yeah, I think they just called a timeout to get
Tomlinson,
the subs in.
Yeah. Tomlinson in and inbounding the ball for Maryville is David Deacon. He'll get it to Sanders. Deacon with the ball. Deacon, nice move. Going to go into the lane. He'll be fouled. So Deacon can put up his first career. Nope.
I think we call that one on the floor.
On the floor, yeah. Maryville will inbound the ball right there to JP McGee, and McGee can't make the shot. Hustling down the court is LaCroix. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Maryville's Chris Watson. And nice shot, and it is to the basket, no good. Watson gets the ball, and it's a held ball. So trying to get a point there was Preston Tomlinson. Yeah, picked up by Tomlinson, nice play. Three-point shot, and that's good.
Boy.
First career points for David Deacon.
It's good to see the bench get excited about that.
Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes to Sin. Maryville saying hold it up. 110-74.
That's going to do it there.
36 points.
Dribble at the clock. Much needed relaxing victory at home for Maryville College.
Yeah, they will be back till the beginning of next year. They're going to play 2 games down in Florida. They'll be down there. It's that is the game. 110-74. Maryville with a overwhelming victory here over Johnson University. And by next game, I will know.
You're a sleuth for all things rules. I appreciate that, George, and so do our dedicated listeners.
Next home game for the Scots is Wednesday, January 2nd, right here against Piedmont, a 3 p.m. start.
Yeah, our next game is at home, January 2nd, 3 p.m. against Piedmont. And Piedmont having a tough time. I don't believe they've won a game, Piedmont. So that'll be, Piedmont's had some difficult times over the last years with their basketball program. So I don't know what goes on down there, but they haven't won a game this year. So Chris, how'd it feel to be back in the saddle, so to speak?
Oh, it's great. Appreciate the invite. Always good to be back here on campus and, you know, to see Maryville put on a performance like today. And, you know, most importantly, I think for these guys, just to see some shots go in and to feel good about themselves. You know, it's, you know, we celebrate Calvin Songster scoring 1,000. You know, there's just been so much going on this year. Just to go out there and let it loose and make a bunch of shots and everybody get on the scoreboard, you know, that's great. And I hope they enjoy that. Obviously, the sledding's going to get a little tougher as we go, but it's legendary Chris Housewright.
Legendary Chris Housewright. Yeah, let's. I saw Brett Watts here too.
He is.
Brett
Watts is not legendary
in his own mind. He is.
But he is also here. So
let's talk
all
about
the stars are out.
Let's talk about some quick stats here. Maryville shoots 41 of 76 from the field, 54%. 14 of 26 from the three-point line. That's 54%. And from the foul line, 11 of 13, 84%. That's pretty good. From Johnson University, they were 31 of 65 for 48%, above their average. 5 of 18 from the three-point arc, that's below their average, 28%. 7 of 12 from the field goal, from the free throw line. Turnovers, Maryville 2. Johnson had 13 turnovers. Points off turnovers as Mr. Watts comes up here, and we'll say hello to Brent Watts, one of the all-time greats at Maryville College. 37 total rebounds for Maryville, 36 for the Johnson University Royals. Maryville had 22 assists and just 2 turnovers, Chris. 22 assists, 2 turnovers. That's humongous.
Yeah, it is tremendous. You know, you talk about the shooting percentages. Obviously, we made some shots. What I liked is in a game like this, sometimes it's really easy to settle because you're getting decent shots all around, but we passed up good shots to get great shots, and that's, you know, to me that's a sign of a mature team, of a good team, you know, and I hope that's a precursor of things to come for these guys because you know, we can fill it up on certain nights when we're running our offense and being aggressive. So
two things happened, I think, in this game and watching this for the season. When they came out with intensity. They were passing the ball sharply. They went up against that zone and kept eliminating that team from flowing. They were passing quicker to the outside and around quicker than the defense could get to the ball, and that's what you want to do. And then at a point in time when it was 10 points, as we were talking about, we hope they don't let up. They put the pressure on, and what you have is a 25, 35, 36 point. Is that 36? Yeah, 36 point
It's good
lead.
when you win by enough. We can't do the math, which in all fairness could be 12, but that's okay. It was a big win.
Here's the other side of it. We talked about Maryville with 22 assists, 2 turnovers. You look at Johnson University, they have 7 assists and 13 turnovers. They're on the backside. Here comes Coach Lambert, and we'll have to hear what he has to say. Coach, we're over there, okay?
That's why we didn't ever win.
Coach,
in November.
Pretty good game. We were talking before about the intensity this team came out with. Real sharp passing against the zone initially. Really had the defense running all over the place. And the other turning point, I think, in the game, when you got up 10, you didn't let up. So 2 good things happened.
Yeah, I agree, George. I've not even looked at the stats. I was pleased with
2 turnovers, 22 assists.
That's first half, I think. But
okay.
Anyway, yeah. Maybe they hadn't got second half. But
I got them behind you.
I know that. I thought our guys played good team basketball, and you know, George, it was awful deflating to lose Colt earlier in the year, and our guys just acted like that was the end of the season. And so that was the first thing we had to do is get them to get in the right mindset because we still got guys that can play. It's great to see Emir Bowman. It's great to see Emir Bowman come back and play well. You know, I think he's been the difference, 14 points, 10 rebounds.
Double-double.
You know, probably 4 or 5 block shots. You know, the thing that I like is 23 assists on 42 made field goals. You know, anytime that you have 50% of your made baskets assisted, then that means we're moving the basketball. And in reference, Johnson had 7 assists to 31 field goals. So no, we had 23 to 42. They had 7 to 31. So that just goes to show you that if you move the basketball, you can share it. Then one more pass a lot of times can make a difference in an offense. I thought 57%. I guess 55 for the game, 56% from the three-point line, 15 to 27, and 85% from the free throw line. So, those are tremendous improvements for this team. I hope we can come back and duplicate that kind of performance after our long break. We've got finals Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll practice again on Wednesday, and I'm going to keep them here till Saturday. I may let them go Friday night after our final practice, but we just gotta, we gotta keep working and keep that foot on the gas pedal. Keep it going.
It's been difficult. The lineup's changed. Let's talk a little bit about. First of all, we're going to talk about Calvin Songster. 1,000+ points. Had a great night tonight. He only had 23 points.
Yeah, only. Calvin's playing good basketball.
Better defense.
He's got to get better defensively. He's got to rebound for us because, with the loss of Cole, then we've basically moved everybody over a position. So Emir's playing the 5 now. Hop is playing the 4. Calvin's playing the 3. And so there are greater expectations for a 3-man on the boards than there are for a 2-man. So got to get him going in that direction, and he will get going in that direction. I thought we had several guys come off the bench, gave us good minutes. Really every one of them did. From JR, I thought JR came in, JR Sanders came in and gave us some quality minutes. Didn't think he played as inspired in the first half as he did in the second half. I thought Dontarius Bray came in, hit a couple of big shots for us. And then Jordan Griswold gave us good minutes and is really getting better and better at the 4 position. And, of course, Caleb, we started him in the second half. Josh Brooks wasn't hurt, but he took
we were wondering about that.
He took a shot on the top of his head, and no need to take a chance in a game when you're up 20. So we decided just to let him sit in the second half. But, all those guys, and, of course, Trevor Gaines-Perry coming in, and he's very good on the low post block. And in our league, if there is a mismatch, he can score on guys that are close to his size. So I thought they did a good job. I'm very happy. It's a tough time of the year to play. You got finals going on, which started on Friday. Of course, our guys don't need to study. They're such stellar scholar athletes. But, those that do, it's a tough time of the year.
Last question. I know you're going down to Florida to play too. It's a good tournament. But talk about a guy on the other team, Kobe Jones.
Wow.
He played almost 32 minutes, 27 points.
Yeah,
I know he wanted to come here.
Oh, yeah. We wanted him here, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Johnson University that they've got a class act like Kobe Jones and from Hampton. And, we recruited him out of high school, elected to go play football at Cumberland, and that didn't go as he wanted, even though he was playing. It wasn't like he wasn't playing, but he really missed basketball. And we thought we had him a couple of times, and it just didn't work out. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And he elected to go to Johnson, and this is his second season because he came in and played second semester for them last year, and he's just a quality young man. I don't remember one word he said, the whole game. He just gets out there and plays, and that's what I like about him.
Coach, congratulations, 705 victories.
I got you, baby.
You have a Merry Christmas. I'll see you before then, I'm sure. Okay?
Merry Christmas to all the Scots fans out there.
We'll be back. We're going to be back on the 2nd of January, 3 o'clock against Piedmont University. George DeBobby saying Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy Holidays.